Haman was filled with pride as he left the court that day. He had been invited to the queen's banquet 2 days in a row. Oh, but his joy turned to anger when he saw that Mordecai once again did not bow to him. He went home and he had guests that night, and he told them how this Jew had ruined his joy. They said, well, build a 75-foot gallows. Then early in the morning, go see the king. Have him order Mordecai's death. Quickly hang him on the gallows so that you can enjoy the queen's banquet. Haman liked that, so he called a servant and immediately ordered the building of the gallows. That night, the king couldn't sleep. So he had a servant come into his bedroom and read the official records. As he was reading, he came to the place where Mordecai had saved the king's life by exposing the plot to kill him. The king said, well, then how was this man rewarded? The servant looked in the records and said, he wasn't, my king. What? He wasn't rewarded? Go out in the court and see if someone's there. The servant went out in the court and found Haman waiting to come visit the king. The king said, bring him in. Before Haman could say anything, the king said, how would you suggest that I honor someone in a special way? Well, Haman thought of himself and said, well, my king, you should put your royal robes on him and your crown. Put him on your personal horse and let the most noble of your servants lead him through the streets, saying, this is how what the king does when he wants to honor someone. Excellent. Go find Mordecai and do exactly as you suggested. Don't leave anything out. Haman was shocked, but he couldn't say anything. He had to go do what he was told. He went and found Mordecai and put the royal robes on him and the crown. Put him on the king's horse, led him through the streets, shouting, this is how the king honors someone. When it was all done, he went home in complete humiliation. But the queen's invitation was waiting for him, so he had to rush to the banquet. Once it was done, the king said to Esther, now tell me, what is your request? Tell me so I can give it to you. She said, oh, my king, if you will honor my request, then spare my life and the lives of my people. There's a man who has plotted to destroy my entire race. The queen was shocked. Who is this man and where is he? She said, Haman is that wicked enemy. Haman was terrified. He stood there not able to say anything. The king looked at him and got mad. And he stood up and went out in the garden so he could think. Haman rushed over to the queen and fell down next to her to plead for his life. Just then the king came in and saw him lying next to the queen. What? Will you come and rape the queen with me standing right here? He immediately two servants went and put a hood over his head. One of them turned to the king and said, "He has built a gallows to kill the man who saved your life." The king became even more angry. He said, "Hang him on it." So Haman was taken out and hung on the gallows that he himself had built. The king then gave Haman's job to Mordecai. And so the plot to destroy the Jewish people was stopped. Haman's plan was put aside. And Mordecai became the most honored official in all the government.